If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. In addition to that, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other platforms. Why not check it out today? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day. You already know, depending on what time you watch this or listen to it, I like to greet you properly. So I was sitting here having a conversation with the Father, and I'm like, what should I share? What should I talk about? I want to talk to the people, Thank you all that, took some time to watch my first YouTube video that I will continue to make more. I'm in the process of transition. So, and I call transition moving. So, moving is a lot. But once I'm done with that and all set to go, I will be doing more videos and we're going to talk because I can't be quiet because as the Ruach HaKodesh reveals things in my life, it is my place to share it. And I'm just going to read a quick story and you will understand why the title was titled as is. So, let's start here. Adam lay with his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man." Later she gave birth to his brother Abel. Now Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. But Abel brought fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering. But on Cain and his offering, he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door and desires to have you, but you must master it." Now Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I don't know," he replied. "Am I my brother's keeper?" The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." Listen to that, okay? The blood cries out to me from the ground. Now, you were under a curse and driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be restless wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, "My punishment is more than I can bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a restless wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me." But the Lord said to him, "Not so. If anyone kills Cain, he will suffer vengeance 7 times over." Then the Lord put a mark on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain lay with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Cain was then building a city, and he named it after his son Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad was the father of Mehujael, and Mehujael was the father of Methuselah, and Methuselah was father of Lamech, and Lamech married two women, one named Ada and the other Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal. He was the father of those who live in tents and raise livestock. So I'm going to stop there, but it just goes into more, like lineage, more history. But something about this story is very amazing, because the very thing that caused Cain to kill his brother was fear. That's why faith over fear is everything. And I say that and I share that again because right here in this very story that is our history that teaches us life, it clearly says that why was he up? Basically, like, why were you upset? Because if you choose to do what is right, you'll pretty much be accepted too. But the times that we live in, it's so much easier to just stay in a dark place instead of moving into the place where we can be received. And once you've gone too far, there is no turning back. Like it's not. It's like you've gone too far. So this is really to just talk about, understanding that the spirit of fear is like, honestly, how can I word it without being so drastic? I can't. The spirit of fear is death. Like, as you try to save yourself, you're killing yourself pretty much. And if you choose not to accept who you really are to continue to push forward, you're really going to have yourself in a place of fear. So, let me get this definition. An unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. Just because someone else is walking in their call or walking in their purpose, don't allow the fear of them succeeding become a threat. Faith over fear is everything. And, when we allow ourselves to stop because we're scared that, what's going to happen if I really change my life? What's going to happen if I really do something different this time? Your purpose is going to happen. Your life is going to change. You're going to reap the benefits of your sacrifice. Now, for me and my beliefs, there's boundaries. There's certain things that I can't do to actually stay in my purpose. And there's some things that I'm required to do. Now, that depends on your faith. However, most of you that do follow me also worship the same God that I serve. So that's, more of what I'm loyal to. And I say that to say, why do you keep letting fear, or actually, no, let me not word it that way. Why are you allowing fear to cause pain and a threat in your life when you have faith to get everything that you hope for and search for in life, which is to live by his fruit, because that would be characteristics of him, that you don't just continue to have faith. Be like, all right, I see what's going on. I'm not really sure what's going on. However, I know what I've read in prophecy, so I'm not going to live by fear. I'm going to live by faith. And so be it if I become able, because someone else might be in fear that they attempt to murder me, but however, I won't die a dark death because my faith is in he that is greater than I. So I get excited, and I don't say this to discourage you. I say it to encourage you, but with a stern voice, or with, I should say, a straight face, because it's really that serious. Like, it's really that deep, that this is why faith over fear is so important. Let me see something here. All right. So, it amazes me. I just did a quick Google search as you heard me typing. And I was like, how many times is fear mentioned in the Bible? How many times is fear mentioned in the Word? I kid you not. This just came up and it says the person that responded said they haven't really counted, but they've often heard that fear not is in the Bible 365 times. So, if that is in the Bible 365 times, that means every day you're supposed to walk by faith and not by fear. And we forget that. These are basics. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that when we see things that we know ain't right, we're not going to bow down and say, oh, well, forget everything that I've learned. Forget everything that's got me the houses, that's got me the cars, that's, we talk, it's not about material things. It's not about the tangibles. So now that we're no longer dealing with the tangibles and we are directly operating in the spiritual, why are we scared? No, I'm talking about a lot of things. Like the parables in the Word say, if you hear it, you hear it. If it speaks to your spirit right there, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If it don't, then we're talking about business. So, I just had to get this out. I just had to share it. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. And please put in the comments why you don't like it, so that you can also help edify us, so we can win together, because that's what we're doing. This is not just about me. This is about all of us. And I want truth and transparency, because that's what I'm going to offer. Why? Because that is who I am. That is my life. as you continue to get to know me, as you continue to hear my story, you will understand that experiences in my life allowed the word to become living. And I've never read this scripture like I've read it before. And it's Genesis 4. 1 through pretty much, we went through 1 through about 21, but 1 through 18 is where it's at. And then to learn a little bit more about Cain, he died at the age of 730, leaving his corrupt descendants spreading evil on earth. According to the book of Jubilees, Cain murdered his brother with a stone. Afterwards, Cain was killed by the same instrument he used against his brother. His house fell on him, and he was killed by its stones. It's so much stuff to marinate with just that one story. But what I get out of it the most, and that I'm sharing and that I've been led to share, is you can't be in fear. Fear will cause you to overreact. Fear will cause you to stress. It will have you bugging out, asking yourself questions you will never find answers to. And if you are changing your life, you cannot allow fear to be your stumbling block. You can't. Because fear is going to keep you exactly where you are. You're going to be like, oh, when it's time to write this contract, when it's time to talk to that person, when it's time to get that piece of education, you're going to be like, all right, well, what if? Or this is happening right now, so I'm scared. Or I don't think I can do it. Eliminate all that and just keep trying. And for those that serve the same God, line your ways up according to his ways. And you're going to naturally walk in your purpose. You're going to naturally get the things that you've been trying to get done forever. Line up according to his word. It's there to teach you how to live. You know, the cliche, basic instructions before leaving this earth, you know? Use it. And I just wanted to share that today. Again, faith over fear is everything. So let's start walking in faith. You know, and I always ask, well, not ask, but in my position, I repent when I'm in a fearful place too long, because I'm no longer trusting. I'm leaning to my own understanding, and that's going to get me nowhere. If I know his ways are perfect, then that's what I need to be doing. So, I say this to encourage you, share it, talk about it, get at me. Yeah, I said it like that. Get at me. Send me an email, send me your Instagram message, and let's talk. It's really time to get in your word. It's really time to read, like I've discussed before. And I'm here to help you win. We're trying to win together. So, let's continue to have a good day on purpose. If we're not, let's start now. Good day.